All right. All right, here we go, all you night readers. We are back and better than ever. Yeah, sorry about that for everybody who's there. Yeah. All right, so I hope everybody is able to find. There we go. Hey, Seba has low Sailor Moon. Yeah. All right. So hello. First, our theme of the day, our theme for the next 24 hours is. Our theme for the next 24 hours, Kayla, is serenity. Yeah, serenity. Absolutely a beautiful one. Yeah, everybody got kicked out. Sorry. I had to restart the whole thing. It was crazy. Anyhow, yes. So our theme for the next 24 hours is our dear serenity. Yeah. All right. So, let's see what we got. I got Lorraine here early, nice and early. A love reading, please. All right. I am okay, Seba. How are you? Sailor Moon, I see your question. Yeah. Hey, Pinky, welcome. And hey, Lisa and Yvonne and Tony, Roxy, how are you? Priscilla, hi. Priscilla, I think you've been here before, but it's been a long time. Or I could be completely wrong. That happens right now. Happens in my life all the time lately. All right, Lorraine, this is your love reading. Well, so far so good. Oh, my favorite. Look at that, the star. All right, we're going to read from here to here. From here to here says you have a lot of hope. You have a lot of peace, and you're very inspired about your love life, right? You're very inspired about the love that's going on right now. You are very strong. You feel like you're very strong in your relationship, right? You have that strength. You have, strength is basically strength. It doesn't mean a whole lot more. It could mean courage. It can also mean compassion, right? It could mean compassion because it's not all just strength. It is a person too, and that's compassionate. I see a huge celebration coming up, right? This could be a very important event, something really good coming up. And I see that the relationship you have is very creative, right? It's very creative. It's very constructive. It's really good. It's a good relationship, right? Okay, good. Then we have the Hangman. And the Hangman tells me this is exactly what you see in your relationship, and you should look at it completely different because it's not this way. It is definitely, all those nice things I just said about all of these cards are absolutely wrong. The Hangman is telling me that you need to get a new perspective on all of this. Everything that's ahead of it, you need to get that new perspective on. So yeah, there isn't really any hope for the relationship at this point. You think it's an extremely strong relationship, and it's not as strong as you think it is. Things are not going as well as they should be, and you're not. It's not as constructive as it should be because you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. You're looking at it completely wrong. You have to change the way you're looking at things and change the way that you look at this relationship, because the Hangman tells you so. All right. So I know it looked really good, didn't it? Until I moved my hand away. And then the Hangman tells you that it's all wrong. All that good stuff is not so good. I know, Lorraine, I'm sorry. One day I tell you that you're going to be pregnant. The next thing you know, I'm telling you that the whole relationship is a mess. I'm just a bundle of good news for you. Kind of like TJ. All right, so you're going to go to the Cancer for help. Money and investment needs to be done. Will you get the help properly for paying him money? All right, so if you're paying him for this, and he does not do this properly, well, then he knows he should know that he can get in a lot of trouble for that, right? If he is an investment banker or an investment broker, or some type of financial planner, and you pay him to do a job and he doesn't do that job correctly, he can lose his license. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, yeah, the answer has to be yes. He has to do a good job for you if you're actually paying him money to do it. That's a huge deal. I come from a background of banking, and I'll tell you, the regulations are so strict, right, that you have to make sure you follow them, because if you don't follow them, you will get in trouble. You'll lose your license. You can be reported to the Securities Exchange Commission. There's a lot of things that go on with that, and that's bad. So Sailor Moon, I see the High Priest. The High Priest is telling me that, this is going to be it's going to be a very formal type of thing. It's not going to be happy, fun time. Okay, let's talk about life while we're talking about money. It's not going to be that. It's not going to have all that to it. It's going to be very formal. It's going to be very straightforward. It's going to feel like he's teaching you something, like he's training you and teaching you. It's not going to feel like, it's not going to feel like that friendliness, because, and why, because you kind of gave up on trying to get a relationship with him. You tried and tried and tried, and you ended up telling him that he just wasn't being very nice, and he wasn't a nice person. And so, that's kind of how that went. But so I like I said, I really think he has to help you. He doesn't have a choice. So, because this is the institution that is going to make sure that he does. But it's going to be very formal, this is it, straight to the point. No, oh, hi, how are you, kind of thing. And, oh, how's things going, and blah, blah. No, who cares? It's just going to be, tell me what you need. Here's the best thing for you. Give me the money. Get it out. That's how it's going to be, unfortunately. The Six of Cups, it says to me that you are going to, when you're there with him doing this, you're going to think back. You're going to really be looking back at how things were before when you were trying to get this person to be a relationship. Have you been losing sleep over this? Yeah, you've been agonizing over it. I don't think it's been so terrible, but I really do think you've been agonizing over the whole idea. And that's a big deal, right? That doesn't make life easy when you agonize over things. I do think that he's going to have to do the work. And this is, that's the hard work card, right? The 8 of Pentacles is the hard work card. It's also, making sure that things move forward correctly and that you lay all the groundwork to be done correctly. So yeah, he is going to have to do the work for you because you're paying him. And the Queen of Rods says, you feel confident enough to pay him to do it at this point because you kind of know that he has to. He doesn't get a choice in the matter once you pay him for doing that. So, all right, that's what I see for you, Sailor Moon. Yeah, I think, like I said, I don't think it's going to be a warm, fuzzy experience. I think it's going to be kind of cold and to the point, but he's going to do the right thing, because if he doesn't, life will be bad for him, huh? Life could be extremely bad. So, yeah. All right, Lisa, I hope you're well. Can I have a reading, please? I'm doing okay. I am doing all right. Doing all right. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. What do you got? Just a general reading? Okay, good. You got the Empress card right in the very beginning this time. Could there be a chance? Could there be a chance of pregnancy? Could there be? Could that be a possibility, Lisa? If not, I just see that you are being a good mother to your child, right? I believe you do already have a child. I think you have a child already. And, you are being a very good mother, being nurturing and protective, right? All the things that you have to be when you are a parent. Yeah. So I think that's the case for sure. Is there a chance of you being pregnant or getting pregnant? Well, there's always that chance, right? There is a chance. I don't know if that's a possibility, like I said before, or not. I think, again, you've got the Magician. I think you need to take the initiative to keep everything going in order for your child right now. Hey, Robert. Yvonne says Lisa is the best mother. See, I knew you were a mom. I knew it. But my question is there a chance of having another one? That's the question. So yeah, take the initiative. Find out, right? Use that natural talent of yours to be, to be creative. Don't forget to take some time for yourself, though. Make sure you take time for yourself. The Hermit says, spend some time soul searching a little bit, doing some reflecting on your life, on everything that's going on around you, on your own. Just take a few minutes to yourself every couple of days to have that soul search, that reflection, that guidance, right? You want some guidance from within. Yvonne, you're funny. I keep asking if Lisa's pregnant, and Yvonne says, hope so. This is her sister. Yvonne says, hope so. She'd love another niece or nephew. How does Lisa feel about this? That's the question, right? The Five of Pentacles tells me you are a bit insecure about something. You feel like you've been left out in the cold, right? You can see that's really kind of what this card's all about, being left out in the cold. I think that's I just think that's something you have to get past. I don't think there's anything serious about it. I don't think that you need to be disappointed in things. I think, I think your disappointment comes from someone else that's within your, not your family, that's, in your household. You have you and you have someone else, your significant other, and you have your child, right? It's not one of them. It's not one of those people that is disappointing to you. It's someone else in your family. It is a family member, though, I believe, that's really disappointing you. It's just a matter of, it's not anyone that's that close to you, where it's your significant other or your child. So, yeah, that's what I see for you, Elise. That is what I saw for you. Yvonne, you're very funny. She says Lisa is the best mother. How you doing, Robert? Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here so often. Yeah. Where was I? Okay. So Siba wants to know, can I see love coming in for you for the rest of the month? The rest of the month, do I see love coming your way? Okay. Is there love coming your way? All right, let's see what we get here, right? Let us see. All right. You get lots of swords. The 2, the 4, the 7. You got them. You got a crowd, right? So I think right now you're kind of tired of trying to find someone. Trying to find someone, of course, isn't going so well right now because you haven't found someone. So I think it comes down to, a decision. Do you want to move forward, or do you want to not move forward? Really, there's a decision out there that you have to make so that you can move forward, or you won't get to the future. I think you're looking backwards towards some other people, though. I think you're looking, to your kind of reminiscing on the past. And seeing how things were and thinking, maybe I should go back that way. Maybe I should do that. Maybe that's one of the decisions you have to make. Maybe that's not the best idea. Maybe that is what you're looking for, though, because this is your chance to get away kind of thing, right? You feel like you want to get away. And you're moving backwards. So, if you're looking, you're almost looking right at each other. So I think, maybe there is somebody from your past that you are really thinking about that you'd like to move forward with. But I think you need to watch your outlook on that. I really think you need to check your perspective again, like I had said before. Really check to see if that's going to be a good idea, and check to see if you need a new view on that whole idea. All right, Siva, that's what I get for you. That is what I got. Hey, Priscilla. So how are you? Good. Yvonne, can you have a reading involving a family? Yeah, absolutely you can. I just told your sister that she might be pregnant and that somebody in your large family may be disappointing her. So why not do a family reading for you too? Of course. I felt like it was 2 cards, but I guess not. I think it is. No, it's not. All right. All right, here we go. So, let's see what we got. Oh, that's why I had. All right, so here's what's going on in your family. Somebody feels like they have their knight in shining armor with them right now. They feel like they're with their knight in shining armor. However, there's a huge choice to make. Again, this is that decision, right? The 2 of Swords. Same as the other one where you can't move forward until you take a sword out of the door to get through, right? Well, you can't get past this because you're kind of blindfolded and you're not sure which way to go. You have squawking in both ears, and you're not sure which way you should head. Should you do something about this person, or should you do something about this person? Right? Because here you've got a knight in shining armor, somebody who's coming in and being very, what's a good word for it? Very charismatic, very able to weave themselves right into the whole relationship, weave themselves into the family. And, that could be a good or bad thing. You have to think about that. Or do you go and you work on the person that thinks this is their knight in shining armor and work on their defiance, right? You have 2 choices. Do you try to get rid of the knight in shining armor for someone close to you, or do you try to take care of their defiance and maybe they'll get rid of that person? You have to make the decision. She doesn't realize which way she's looking, but she is looking over this way. The 4 of Pentacles is telling me that there are some health issues going on. There's also, you're trying to save up some money to do something. You're trying to save up some money to do something that you're going to be extremely thankful for in the end. If it works out, you'd be very thankful. So yeah, that's what you're trying to do. But I do see some health issues going on. It could be almost anything that I'm not real sure on at this point. I wouldn't say, but I do think that there are a lot of different issues that are with you. So, it could be a lot. You could have, there could be several different choices where that's concerned. So that's what I see. That is what I see for you, Yvonne. All right? Okay. Tony Roxy says, any new long-term love coming in? Any new long-term love coming in? Well, is love in the air? All right, so let's see what we get. Let's see what we have. Okay. You 2 got the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Very interesting, because those were just in the last reading. Completely different deck. There's Temperance, right? Temperance has shown up for the night. Not sure if Justice will be here, but I know Temperance made a move, made their lovely head known. All right, so any long-term love coming in, I think it's a very difficult road that you're traveling. I think it's I think it's hard to see exactly what that road is, what the path is for a good long-term relationship. And, I think you are a bit afraid of that. I think you're a bit sad and a bit afraid of not being in a long-term relationship right now. So I think that's a bit of an issue. I think you kind of keep this hidden within yourself, but it's there. It happens. That's the way things are, unfortunately. I think you just need to be patient with it. I think patience is going to be a virtue. Don't rush into things, right? You need to restrain yourself a little bit. Don't just rush in, or else you will not get that peace of mind. You will not have serenity, and serenity is our theme of the day, right? So, Kayla, we've got 2 of your children. Serenity and yeah, exactly. So I think you're being extremely standoffish. When you meet people right now, you're a little bit standoffish because you're afraid of getting hurt, right? I think you have that fear of getting hurt. And I think, you're looking for the stability. You're looking for the stability that's going to come with a good long-term relationship, and stuff. But you're just a bit afraid of that. You're afraid of that backfiring on you and not coming true and not being exactly what you expected it to be. So I do think once you really decide, okay, I am absolutely ready for a long-term relationship, I think it's going to happen pretty quick. I think this is, the Knight of Swords, he's going to kind of rush right in, and it's going to be pretty quick. So I would say, things will work out. You just have to get past a couple of things here. Be patient. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for the chance to even look towards a new relationship, right? So keep that in mind. It'll happen. It'll happen quick once it does happen. You will fall in love quickly. Yeah. So that is what I see. So Priscilla wants to know financial and work. All right. Hey, CM, how are you? Hey, beautiful Aries. All right. Hey, Simi C, I sent you a message, or I responded to your Facebook post, actually. You made a Facebook post to a question I posted. That was good. And I responded. So I don't know if you got a chance to see that or if it made sense to you or anything else, Simi. But it's there. All right, so Priscilla says financial and work. Finances and work. They go hand in hand, right? That stuff kind of goes hand in hand. Miriam, you can ask, absolutely. Go right ahead, ask away. Whoa. not finances and work. This could be. See, are you working right now? Are you working right now, Priscilla? That would be a huge, huge help if I knew that. I think you're going to see. There's a lot of stuff in these first 3 cards that are going to be based on whether you're working or not. Okay, yes, you're working. Good. I think you're going to change jobs. I think you're going to completely change jobs. There's movement here, right? You can see she's got her bags packed. She's moving away from something. Also here, the Chariot is showing you a lot of movement and a lot of speed, right? A lot of fast movement, but very good. A very good move, a new adventure, a lot of confidence behind it. So I see moving a job, and then I have here, I have a new clear idea, right? You're going to have a very clear idea. And I think that is and I think that goes along with moving jobs. I think you are going to, I think they're going to try and tempt you to stay, but I think I think the job that you go to is going to be something that you would be happier at, even if it was a little less pay. I think you will find that you will end up loving the new job that you find, that you find, because it's something that really goes straight to your heart. It's something that is working on the whole, working from your heart, not just doing a job, but working an actual, doing something that's meaningful to you. So that's what I see for you, Priscilla. All right. Yeah, that's what I get. The first 3 cards, that's what made me ask if you were actually working or not, because I really saw where you were going to end up changing jobs. And I thought that might be the case. Yeah, that might have ended up being the case. So, all right. Beautiful Aries. What happened? Is your boyfriend hiding something from you today? He canceled your date. Oh boy. Boyfriends should never ever cancel dates. Just saying. Did he give you a reason that he canceled the date? Beautiful Aries. Did he tell you why at least? Was there a good reason behind it? I'm in the hospital and, or my dog ate my homework or something like that. Oof, are you giving him the cold shoulder? Are you ever? The King and Queen of Swords. Are you really giving him that cold shoulder? Look at this. The Sun and the Moon. The King and the Queen. Could we get 2 total opposite? Could we get complete opposites here? The Sun and the Moon cancel each other. The King and the Queen cancel each other. So it looks like there's just going to be a party. How's that? How's that for And you know what? It's funny because when I say that, the Sun and the Moon, and then the King and the Queen, and they cancel. Well, he canceled, right? So that tells you right there that he canceled. All right, so that doesn't really mean that they cancel each other out. But it's funny that as soon as I said that, I remembered that your question was he canceled the date. So I see where, you're really happy with him. I think you're really happy with him. I just think you're afraid that something is going on, something that you don't know about, something behind your back a little bit, right? And that makes you very sad. I think he is serious. I think there's some seriousness about him, and I think, and I think he's smart. I think he's a smart guy. I just think that there is I think something is happening where he kind of had to he was deliberately staying away from you for some reason today. I think it was very deliberate that he stayed away. But it was he gave you a reason that was very serious, I think. And I think you're giving him the total cold shoulder. Absolute total cold shoulder. And then you have the whole safety issue, right? You've got safety here at the end, safety and celebration, but I just don't see where this celebration is going to have anything to do with him. I think it's going to have to do with you. Maybe you'll meet up with some friends instead, and do something with someone else, with other people, and you'll go and have a good time, and he will kind of be miserable because he's not on that date with you. But he also, he's going to have to, when he comes back to you, you are going to give him, he's going to get it. I'll tell you that this whole cold feeling is going to be really wicked for him. It's going to be really, really bad when he sees you again. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Don't be terribly brutal, but you can be a little brutal. He deserves a little brutality from you. So, all right. Let's see. Miriam, what was the point of you meeting Muhammad in his lifetime? What was the point? What's the point? It's funny, back when I used to work, before I retired, I used to work with a guy, and he and I were friends. We were good friends. We became good friends outside of work as well. I was in his wedding and stuff, and all. So that was our motto. That was our motto when we would get asked to do something or told to do something by our boss, since we had the same boss. We would either call each other if we were in different offices, or turn and look at each other if we were in the same office, and we would, after we hung up the phone or whatever, we would just say, "What's the point? What's the point?" You knew there was an ending to that story, right? I hope. It just gave me time to shuffle. That's all. It was a good shuffling story. So what was your purpose? What was the point of meeting Muhammad in this lifetime? I think it has a lot to do with religious culture and the way that you feel in society when the two of you are together. I think the two of you, are very close religiously. I think you're very close beliefs-wise. I think you both have a lot of the same beliefs, and that feels very protection. That feels like you have a lot of protection, and you understand each other with that. And I think that's part of the point, because if you had met in another life, it may not have been that much of a. There may not have been that spiritual connection, that religious connection. So I think that. I think he's there to comfort you. I think I think you've met now because it's, you want to be comforted and he wants to comfort you, because you can see here you are curled up. It is a nest, but it is like having a bed, right? You're kind of curled up, and then there's the heart next to you, and that's him, and that's his heart, right? I do see where you feel like at times things get really shaky. Things get, feel like they could be taken away or torn away at any point, but they really can't. I think the two of you really work well together to build each other up. I think that's a really fair statement. I think you guys work together as a team to lift each other up, and that's a big deal. And I think overall, I think the whole reason for meeting in this lifetime again was because right now is the time where the two of you together are going to be successful. You may not have been successful in another life before or after, but in this lifetime you are going to be, and you are successful. So all right, so there you go. That's what I get. That is what I get. Thanks, Marion. Kylie, you were here last night, and he did it. He made you his real girlfriend. The official girlfriend, right? The official girlfriend. And now you're talking about children. Holy mackerel, that was fast. Boy, was that quick. So he did make you his girlfriend officially, and you're excited. We are talking about children, and so I want to know, will I get pregnant this year? And will it be one baby or twins? Wow. Now, see, that's what I talk about, moving quick. That is a quick mover right there. How does that go? Hey, Kylie. Hey, you're my woman. Now let's talk about babies. We need to have babies. Is that how that goes? I'm not sure exactly if that's how it works. Now I made you my woman, and now we have to have babies. All right, maybe it didn't go quite like that, huh? Maybe it was a little more romantic, I would hope. You've been seeing each other for 7 months. 7 months, and he didn't make you the official girlfriend right from the start. Oh. And now he wants babies. And you want babies. Like doing my caveman MPT. You, me, Zug. On Rog. Now we're talking about children before. Okay, good. All right, well, that's good. I got a lot of things happening. I've got a lot of things going on here in this reading for you, Kylie. I'll tell you that. That's funny. No, they don't. MPT, Facebook, YouTube people can't see Facebook comments, and Facebook people can't see YouTube comments. Only I can see. When you're hosting, when you're the person having the show, you can see everybody, but only that person, only me. I'm the only one who can see everyone. Just like when you do your show, if you had both Facebook and YouTube, you could see both. But I'm the only one who gets to see them all. Facebook sees Facebook, YouTube sees YouTube, and the two never meet. The two never come together. All right, so the Ten of Pentacles shows me great things, right? The Ten of Pentacles shows me strong relationship, financial success. It shows me a baby. It shows me a baby, right? It shows me two people who look like they're clearly in love, right? Look at that. Clearly in love. And they're holding a new baby. So how much more could that mean, right? How much more right on point could that be, that card right there? We should just do a one card reading for you, and that's it. There it is. There's your one card reading. But I won't. Because the Knight of Rods is telling you something very different. He's telling you that your guy he's very adventurous, right? But he's also very charismatic and a bit of a risk taker, a bit of a show off at times, and that's something you have to watch out for. There are a lot of red flags in this reading, unfortunately. I have to say there really are a lot of red flags for me. I really love this card. I really love this card. I'm not real thrilled with this one and this one. Not so thrilled. Like I said, this one is that he's kind of charismatic to a point where you can be manipulated into something that you may not be ready for. It's tough. It shows me a symbol next to their names, MPT, so I can see where they are, and that's why I put them up on the screen, because this way everybody can see whatever I put up there. That's the best way of doing it. Just click on the comment, it comes right up on the screen. So you gotta watch that you're not being manipulated into something you don't want to do, Kylie. And that's the same thing I get here with the Devil. Yeah, temptation and things that are not really what you want. You have a lot of that temptation, but you also have a lot of delusion with that, and a lot of there's always that betrayal hanging out there with the Devil, and I hate that. I don't like the Devil. I don't like the Devil card. That is okay. So that's probably one of my least favorite cards. I would say that it's probably, I don't have two least favorites like I have two favorites. I don't have two least favorites. I think that's just the one I don't like the most. Death in the middle is just telling me that something in this relationship is not going to stay the same, and something new is going to start from it. And then you get Prince Charming, right? Then you get the knight in shining armor, and I'm thinking, maybe you guys split up, right? I don't know. I'm not real thrilled about this. That's something. I mean, you go from having happiness and having the baby and all this stuff, and then I think he starts to get a little bit. All right, now, okay. So let me tell you this. let's take a quick step back. All right, let's do that. Let me find. Where is this? All right, well, it's not there, but I know what the question is, so it doesn't matter. So remember, all my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Anything I tell you is not something you should act on, because I am just a guy reading cards on the internet, on YouTube and on Facebook. So keep that in mind, okay? Number one. So if I tell you something that doesn't sound like it's great news, does not mean that it's going to happen. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just means I'm afraid that I don't like the news. I don't like the way it looks. But I definitely see this as a complete mixed message, Kylie. So I see the good, right? I see the good with the family and the baby. And then I see the Knight of Rods, who tells me he's charismatic and can kind of mold you into doing whatever he wants you to do. And that might not be things that you want to do. That might be things that you don't want to do. So something ends. And I'm afraid that might be the relationship. I'm really afraid that that might be the relationship. But something starts over, right? Something starts after the end. There's a beginning. The new beginning is a new knight in shining armor. And I think you end up with this new knight in shining armor because there was that betrayal, because he can manipulate you. That's the way I read it. It's just the way I read it. I don't, again, I tell you my disclaimer, entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions about anything. Don't get all in a tizzy over it because I read it to you in cards. These are just cards. But that's how I'm interpreting them. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I have to interpret them that way, but that's the only thing I can see. That's really the only thing I can see. So Fatima, yes, Modern Priscilla Tarot has a show every other Wednesday night at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern. And so she will be on next Wednesday night. Okay? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, Fatima. Thank you for asking. Thank you very much. All right, so yeah, Kayla, thanks, because a whole lot of messages got knocked off, and Beam of Lights was one of them. And I forgot what the question was. When will love come towards me? Thank you. So, your daughter, MPT, your daughter's date went great. Thanks for the spot on reading yesterday. I told you she's going to have a good time. Matter of fact, she probably overdid it, right? Just a little bit. She had so much of a good time that she came home and she was like, oh man, whoa, I can't believe I had so much fun. That's the way I read it yesterday, at least. I'm not saying that she's a drinker and she overdrank, but like I said, maybe they went dancing and she just kind of overdid the dancing and made her feet hurt, or maybe they went to eat and she ate too much and I gave her a bit of a stomach ache. And when I say overindulgence, I don't mean that it has to be something bad. Going out to eat and eating too much is a great thing. I would love to be able to do that. Yeah, Fatima, you're absolutely right after Beam of Light. No, Fatima, I did your question, didn't I? Was yours not the one about... Oh, maybe not. Who did I do the reading for that was... wanted to know about Muhammad? Oh, that was Miriam. Miriam wanted to know about Muhammad. Fatima wants to know something different. Yes. Hey, TJ, I see you're here. Lisa, Yvonne, yeah. You guys. I am looking, Fatima, for your question. And I have to see if I see it. Oh, Freedom's here. Hey, Freedom. I don't see your question, Fatima. Wait. Maybe I do. Yes, I do. It's funny because both of you have Muhammad's in your life. You and Miriam. So, I hope it's not the same guy, number one. Number two, that is just why I thought I did this reading already, because I saw your question before and I saw the same name and I kind of just jumped to, oh, that's the same question. Anyhow, when will love come towards you? Oh, beam of light. Oh, beam of light. Let's pretend we don't see that. Again, I'm not the bearer of great news tonight, I don't think. The Page of Swords tells me that whoever comes into your life right now is going to be very immature. They're going to be much too immature for you, and that's not going to make you really happy. It's going to, you would be more content on your own if that's the case. If it turns out that that's the case where the person is very immature, then you would feel much happier being on your own, I think. I think that's how that would work. Unfortunately, that's not really what you want, but I think that's kind of how things would work the best. I think the best stuff would come from being with nobody than being with somebody who's just too immature for you, right? I don't really think that's what you want. So, something to think about, right? Something to think about. You are... Sorry, I'm trying to move a light. There we go. So, the Page of Pentacles tells me, you got the Page of Swords, you got the Page of Pentacles, then you got 2 9s. It's like everything goes together, right? The Page of Pentacles is telling me, again, the same idea that this is a person who is, they're interested in learning. They're interested in learning about you, but they are a young learner. They are not somebody who is really as mature as you would want them to. I think that's the theme here with the 2 pages. The 9 of Wands says that you're a resilient person and you will get past it, because I think if somebody does come to you, it's not going to really be very good. It's not going to work out, unfortunately. It's not going to be a good relationship. It's going to be, heartbreak all around. I don't really think you'll get heartbroken, though, because I don't think you'll invest that much time into it, because you're kind of already got your wall halfway up. So I don't think you'll get heartbroken. I think they might, but you won't. So right now, that's what I see for you, Beam of Light. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just a bearer of crappy news tonight. All right, Freedom. I saw you. Where did you just go? Oh, let's see. There you are. Freedom says, I'm looking for a new place to move. Are we going to be expected? Are you going to be expected to move? I'm not sure I get the question. You're looking for a new place to move. Are we going to be expected? Explain. What do you mean expected? You're welcome, Beam of Light. I'm sorry. Explain that. Explain that to me. In the meantime, Fatima wants to know about her and Muhammad also. And I just... about reconciling with Muhammad. Let me know. Let me know, Freedom, what exactly the question means. I don't know what the expected part is at the end. You're looking to move. Will you be expected? I don't know. Will you be expected to move? Or will you be expecting like a baby? Or I don't know. There's a lot of... I'm not sure what it means. I'm not sure what it means. I need a clarification. In the meantime, Fatima, will Muhammad talk to me again to reconcile? I think you are mentally exhausted from Muhammad. I think he has tired you out to no end. And that's a big deal, right? I really think that's a problem. I think you've worked so hard on trying to get him back that it's just making you exhausted, mentally and physically. I think you're showing a bit of naivety, where you are being naive. You're very optimistic, and you're very excited. You have a lot of enthusiasm that things are going to get, that there's going to be this new start with you and Muhammad and stuff, but you're not thinking about the danger of that. You're not thinking about what could go wrong. Will you be accepted? I got it. Okay, Freedom, you got it. I got your question now. Okay. So I think you need to really watch out for the dangers of reconciling, because if there was a problem in the past, where I see there was a problem in the past where there was some disappointment and some brokenheartedness, right? Is that same thing going to happen again? Are things going to go back to the same way they were? Is he going to be romantic and stuff in the beginning and then turn into this career-focused, I don't have time for you kind of person? Is that the person he's going to turn back into? I hope not. The Three of Pentacles is the card that shows cooperation and teamwork and working together, right, with each other. But as you see, there's only one person in this card. There's only one person there. So how do you have teamwork when there's only one of you? And I think that might be the problem. So will he talk to you about reconciling? Yeah, I think he will. Do you end up reconciling? I think that's something you really, really, really have to think about. I think it's something you really have to think about, because it wasn't all great stuff the last time. So keep that in mind, okay? All right. That's what I see for you, Fatima. Okay. So Freedom, yeah, you want to know if you'll be accepted. You're getting ready to move. You are applying for new places, and you want to know if you'll be accepted. Yep, Fatima, you're very welcome. Okay, that makes so much more sense to me now. All right. Will you be accepted for a new place? I think you got a lot to think about, right? You got a lot to think about, but things look good. Things look good. I think this is okay. So, you can almost read this along with me. It reads like a book, and it's like the words are written right on each card this time. I don't know, maybe. Because you can kind of read it along, right? Worrying about moving is weighing you down. It's a lot of baggage, right? There's all that baggage. It is a burden to you because it's a long, long road to moving. Moving is not easy, that's for sure. And it is. It's a burden. It's a burden to anybody, whether it's good or bad. I do see where you have some really great new ideas. I think you have some great. I think there's some great potential out there for places for you to move to. And the Ten of Pentacles is showing me that you will end up in a good new place, right? You see how everybody's happy. The family's all happy. Even the dog looks happy. You probably need some water, but he looks happy. And you'll enjoy the community that you're in, right? You'll enjoy the community. You've got the family, and then you can see where there's other children in the area that are, seem to be very nice and stuff. So I really do think that you guys will all be, I think you'll be happy with the community. Good night, MPT. Good night. All right. So I do see where you will get accepted when you're ready to move. Now, I think what before that happens, of course, you are. I think you're kind of stuck, right? I think you feel like you're on the fence, basically, of what to do, where to move, and exactly where to go, what places to go, and because there's so many choices. There's so many different decisions, but these could also be so many temptations, right? You know, you could be tempted into moving into one place because the place really looks nice, and then you get there and it's not exactly the best neighborhood or the best place, you know, and it's not the community that you wanted it to be. So just make sure you make good choices. Make sure you pay attention to all the different things that are going on, you know, and then you can put your guard down a little bit and be happy when the move comes, because I think you're going to be in a good community, and I think you have some great ideas about it. So don't let it hold you down. Don't let it make you feel bad. Okay, that was what I saw for you, and I think that'll be good. I think you're gonna, like I said, Freedom, I think you'll be okay. I really do. All right. All right, I'll do one more. I have one more Caleb put up for me, and then I am done. That's it for the night. It's after 7 o'clock, and tomorrow night I have I have a hard 7 o'clock stop, so we will not go past 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So if you're going to do questions, be here early or donate, one or the other, to make sure you get your questions answered. Excuse me, or else you'd have to come back on Monday, because I will be stopping right before 7 o'clock tomorrow night, a couple minutes before. All right, so that's what I get. Atenia would like to know, what are my Sagittarius ex's real feelings towards me? We're talking again since last night, and you don't know his intentions. Well, he's your ex, right? He's your ex. There's a reason for that. All right, let's see what we get for you, Tanya. This is my last reading. Keep that in mind, peeps. All right, dear friends. All right, so I can see where things did not end well last time, and they didn't. They really ended kind of bad, really bad, to a point where, you know, you were extremely heartbroken. You know, I think you were really heartbroken. So, you know, he's talking to you again now as of last night. Yeah, I think he wants to move forward with something. I think he had a dream. I think he had a dream and you were in his dream. And that's what really made him reach out to get in touch with you. But I think you need to use a little bit of your intuition. Use that gut feeling that you have. How does it feel when you talk to him? Does he feel good? Does he feel like, you know, does it feel like good? Or does it feel like, you know, this is a little weird kind of thing? The Page of Swords again is telling me that he is a bit immature. He's immature. And that is a bit of a problem. You know, that's a bit of a problem, and maybe that had something to do with this. You know, maybe that had something to do back here with the breakup. The Queen of Swords is telling me that you are not really warming up to things right away. I don't think you're really warming up to it right off the bat. I think, you know, you were a little bit reserved. You know, I think you were just trying to find out the truth about what he was doing and what he's calling about, or what he was getting in touch with you about. And I think it was kind of more of a reserved feeling, not anything, not real thrilled, not real mad or upset, but just kind of middle of the road, not great. So yeah, I do think he wants to come back. I think that he has that whole idea that he can rekindle, that he is able to rekindle the relationship. He thinks he can do that. He thinks he's just going to be able to get in touch with you, and then this huge swell of emotions is going to come over you, and that's going to be how it goes. And I don't really think that was the case, not last night at least, with the Queen of Swords. Again, I don't see where that's the case right off the bat. Now, if that's something you really want, yeah, it'll happen eventually. But it's something you want to think about, because you've got that cold queen, right? The wicked queen. And you also have the high priestess telling you to use your intuition. Have some patience before you jump into anything. But like I said, I really think he had a dream about you, and that's what kind of sparked the whole idea of him getting in touch with you. All right? So that's what I see for you, Tanya. Thank you. I do appreciate it. And that was our last reading. So I hope you guys had a good night. I appreciate it. If you did not get your reading done tonight, come back tomorrow night. Make sure you're here early. Or like I said, or donate, and you get your question moved right to the top of the list, which is always nice. It's always a fun thing, right? Get moved to the top of the list. All right, so I will catch you guys tomorrow. You all have a good night. Oh, where is my... There we go. All right, have a good night. I will see you all tomorrow, and good night.